Hello and welcome to this video. As I promised in a previous video, I will test today the different types of brushes that I have bought for the kitten. I have here several items to care for the kitten, for the fur of the kitten. Yes, kitty. Yes, we want to see you. Stay here. So I have this type of brush which has nails, and at the end of the nails it has these plastic tips to protect the cat from being scratched. So this one is made of rubber. Kitty, we want to see you, kitty. We want to test to see which are better, which brushes are better. Then there is this type of brush which has plastic pins, and on the back side it has this soft type of material, and it is in the shape of a glove like this. So it has these two faces, which we shall test. This one, made of rubber, is held like this, so as you can see it is soft as well. And then I have another yes, kitty. I have another brush here. It is a soft brush. As you can see, it has those pins made of metal, but I'm afraid they might scratch the cat because they don't have anything on a tip to protect the cat from being scratched. It is for top coat and base coat. And let's see on the back if it says something more. Soft brush, top coat and base coat. Gentle care for top coat and base coat. Extra soft wire bristles made of wood. So let's see, this one is the brush. Let's open it to see what the bristles look like. The only thing that I am afraid about is the fact that those bristles will scratch the cat. And I also have a baby brush, which is soft. So this baby brush is very soft. And I have also a comb. And I also bought something also for the removal of cat fur, but this one is to remove the cat fur from the surfaces. For example, if he sleeps on a blanket, he will, or if I take him in my arms, he might leave hair on my clothing or on the blanket. So it says here, removes hair, fluff and scurf in a flash. Lint roller. So this one is for the surfaces. So let's put it away. I also have this pair of nail scissors, but I think I'll use them in a next video because the kitten may perhaps scratch. Perhaps he's not used to having his nails cut. Let's begin testing. Yes, kitty. Let's begin testing the brushes. Let's begin with the soft brush, which has those metal wire bristles. So as you can see, it looks this way. The bristles are slightly curved. And let's see how it works on the fur of the cat. So the only problem with this, he seems to like it, but the only problem with this is that I'm afraid that they might scratch the skin of the cat, because they are metal and they have no protection at the end of the bristles. So as you can see, the cat has already left a lot of hair, So it is, yes, kitty, it is necessary to remove the hair. Well, in my opinion, this type of brush does remove some hair, but you have to be extra careful in using it to prevent scratching the skin, because these tips can scratch the skin very easily. And my cat has a very thin coat. And even for an animal with a thicker coat, these tips may scratch the skin. So in my opinion, it's not a bad brush, but you have to be very careful to prevent scratching the skin of your pet. So this is one brush. Now let's try the second brush with metal pins. These metal pins are protected, as you can see. They have those plastic bits of plastic. This paint, I don't know what it is. I think it's paint at the tips, on the tips of the metal pins. So this one will not scratch the skin of the cat. Nevertheless, the pins are very long, as you can see, compared to this one. They are longer, and my cat has a short fur. So probably this type of brush is not the best either, because my cat has a yes, kitty, but he seems to like it. Do you like being brushed, kitty? So he seems to like being brushed anyway, but in my opinion this one has some pins that are too long. They do not scratch the skin of the pet because they have this paint at the end of the pins, but it is a little too large. Yes, kitty. Yes, kitty. It is a bit too big for a pet with short fur. So this is the second brush that I am testing. Now let's try out the blue brush in the shape of a glove, which has these two surfaces. So there are these plastic pins made of rubber, which are shorter, and this surface, like a sort of a velvet, I don't know how to describe it, which probably will take the finer hair off the coat of the cat. Now let's try the surface with yes, kitty. Yes, do you like it? Now let's put the glove on the hand and let's try out the surface with the large pins. I think this one, what, kitty? I think this one is already better, much better than the other two brushes with the metal pins. Nevertheless, the cat seemed to enjoy the other two brushes more. Let's see if it has collected hair. As you can see, it has collected hair. As I can see here, there is some fine hair that has been collected. So this one, in my opinion, is better at removing hair. Yes, kitty. Yes, but we want to see you, kitty. We want to see you. To see how... What? You don't want to stay here. Stay here, kitty, kitty. So, in my opinion, yes, kitty. Let me... Like this, kitty. Well, he doesn't seem to like this brush so much, but in my opinion, it is more efficient because it has collected much more hair already than the other two brushes. No, don't bite me, kitty. Than the other two brushes. Yes, kitty. We want to see you, kitty. This way we see you very well. Now let's continue. I have used this surface and in my opinion this brush is much better than the other two. Nevertheless, the cat doesn't seem to enjoy this brush as much as he enjoyed the use of these other two brushes. So he liked these brushes more. Probably they give him a slight massage on the skin as well. Whereas this one seems to be better in my opinion because it has already collected the fine hair the one that sticks to the clothing and to the furniture and to blankets. Whereas, as you can see, this one has collected much less hair, just as this one. This one also has some fine hair, but in a smaller amount than this one. And this one has the advantage that, by comparison to this one doesn't scratch the skin. Now let's try the other surface, the velvet surface, and see if it collects hair. So this surface seems to be more comfortable for the kitty, so he likes this one more than this one. Perhaps this one being rubber, it might stick to his fur and pull on his fur, I don't know. Let's see if it has collected any fur. Oh, I don't really see. Any fur being collected. I think it does. Yes, it does collect fur. As you can see, it has collected some fur. And I think this type of brush makes the fur of the cat very shiny, because it has this surface that is very fine. And the cat seems to enjoy this side of the brush much more than the rubber side of the brush. So this is the rubber brush, the brush with two surfaces, with rubber and with this velvety surface. In my opinion, both surfaces are good for the fur of the cat. I think this one has collected more fine hair, so I would vote for this one, although it looks like this surface is not enjoyed so much by the cat, so he didn't seem to enjoy being brushed with this surface as much as he enjoyed being brushed with this surface. Nevertheless, I would vote for this one because this one seems to be collecting more fine hair. Now let's try the other items that I bought for the cat. So I bought a baby brush made of hair. So I think this brush also makes the fur shiny. And because it has these fine hairs, soft fine hairs, it might also collect more of the fine coat of the kitty. The kitty seems to enjoy being brushed with this brush because it is soft. He may perceive it as a massage as well. And now let's see how much hair this brush has collected. As you can see, it has collected some hair. It has collected some fine hair. And here and there I can also see the coarse hair which is on the surface of the coat. But it has collected the fine hair that is more bothering because it sticks to everything, to the clothing and to the furniture, to carpets. So I would also say that this brush is a good brush to remove the hair. And now the baby comb. Let's see the baby comb. Well, it has collected very, very little hair. I think I see just one hair on the comb. So I don't know if the comb is the best choice. The cat seems to enjoy being combed, but in my opinion the comb doesn't remove very much hair. So if you ask me which of the brushes I consider best, I would say that this one gathers the most fine hair, so I would vote for this one. Nevertheless, the cat doesn't seem to enjoy this surface so much. In my opinion, perhaps being made of rubber, it may pull on the hair, and perhaps it bothers the cat. And these two surfaces, so this surface and this brush, are in my opinion good to remove especially the fine hair, the soft coat, whereas the other two brushes with metal pins, although the cat seems to enjoy being brushed with them, he may perceive it as a massage. Yes, kitty. So he seems to like these brushes, but I think I will use them more to give the cat a massage than to remove the hair, because as you can see, these types of brushes do not collect so much hair, especially the fine hair. And they are not so good for animals with... So he threw the brush on the floor, kitty. So these two are more for a massage than to remove the hair. So I wouldn't vote for these two, especially because this one may scratch the skin of the cat. And they are not so good for pets with short hair. But nevertheless, I think I will use them because the cat seems to enjoy being brushed with them. So this is the kitty, and he seems to like the brushes. And because he leaves a lot of hair, I will have to use the brushes pretty often to prevent the kitty from putting his hair on all our furniture and on our clothing.